Our mission is to transform healthcare.
To inspire empathetic scholars.
Good evening, Mr. Chow. The leader of the Old School Physicians Network, known as the OSPs, is Dr. David Capper. You foiled his plan 4 years ago, and his absence in the healthcare scene has kept medical education from reverting back to the traditional lecture-based Flexner model that had been in place to train new physicians since 1910.
Pretty much everybody knows that medical education needs to change. Burnett School of Medicine at TCU is doing it.
However, his syndicate of rogue, covert physicians have continued to try to find ways to take the new medical education training model called empathetic scholars and erase it from new medical school curriculum.
There's breaking news on the campus of the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU. The crooks that have been stealing the education curriculum at other medical schools around the country have now targeted this campus in Fort Worth. Only in this case, the curriculum is unlike any other.
The Empathetic Scholars Special Activities Division has relentlessly hunted the OSPs, but many of them remain unknown and at large. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to prevent the OSPs from acquiring the Empathetic Scholar curriculum using any means at your disposal. If you or any members of your Empathetic Scholars team are caught, the dean will disavow any knowledge of your actions. Good luck, Kevin. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Where's Kevin? You've got to be kidding me.
Well, we were able to blend in with the medical students, but even they don't get access to the 3rd floor.
I'm in the building.
Great. Head to the simulation OR to get the Microsoft HoloLens and the HoloAnatomy.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
All right, Kevin, now you need to get into the sim deck to download the Empathetic Scholar curriculum.
Okay, but can this card get me in the sim deck?
Yeah, about that.
Ethan?
Well, only certain faculty members can enter the room, and Izzy got one of the cards, but not the one that gets into that room.
Really? Izzy?
Hey, I was just supposed to be a medical student to learn the building layout.
It's fine, Izzy. So, how do I get in?
Well, the room is programmed to meet Dr. Adam Jennings' preference of 78 degrees, and if it even goes 1 degree above that, it'll trigger the alarms. So you'll have to enter the room, through the ceiling, lower yourself down to the computer monitor, insert the thumb drive, download the Empathetic Scholar curriculum, and then exit the room back through the ceiling.
Really, Ethan?
You'll be in and out of there before Dr. Jennings gets back, and we'll get out of the building right away.
Right. Right.
Kevin, he's rolling to you. Kevin, get moving.
Okay, Kevin, give me the thumb drive. Kevin, what are you doing?
Dean Flint? Izzy, get it.
You got me again, Kevin, but I will get it next time. Great job.
When I was looking at schools, I wanted a place that was new and innovative, got me in the clinics earlier, out of the classroom earlier, and just had something eye-popping to would set me up in the future, especially with artificial intelligence and all these things that are almost dehumanizing. I wanted there also to be an empathy component to the teaching. And when I looked at schools across the country, there really was only one school at that time, and it was the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU.
I fell in love with the curriculum, honestly. I felt like I wanted to go to a school where I could be myself and be comfortable, but also people genuinely cared for me. I remember my first day, the woman sitting at the front desk knew my name. And so that was a big turning point for me in solidifying that I made the right decision.
After the past 4 years of attending the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU, I'm thrilled that this is the decision that I made. They provided me with the research experience necessary, the patient experience necessary to really thrive, and to match into a very competitive specialty within otolaryngology, head and neck surgery.
When I was on my away rotations and sub-internships at other institutions, I felt really well prepared. I think having the clinical experience integrated so early was really big for that, because I felt like by the time I was leaving 4th year to do these aways, I'd already had 3 years interacting with patients under my wing.
The best part of it was the lifelong friends I made. I have gotten so close with some of my classmates, and it's been so fun to experience this 4 years with them. And to be honest, I was nervous to move to a new city in Texas. I've never lived in Texas, and I was very pleasantly surprised with all the things that came out of this 4 years. So I'm excited to try again in residency and make those new friendships and keep these old ones.
Thank you for such a great 4 years. And I am so proud of each and every one of you. Some of these specialties that my classmates are matching into are so cool. I mean, we have neurosurgery, dermatology, 2 other ortho ladies with me. Like, I think everyone is already so impressive.
San Antonio!
But I'm super proud of everyone. I think, you know, it's just a testament to us as a class.
I'm going to my number 1! Oh, I'm going home! I'm going to Stanford! I got cookies San Antonio Uniform Service Science Center.
Let's go.
Woo! Congratulations, Maddie. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm going to Colorado. Looks like y'all are moving with me.
I'm gonna cry. VCU.
Woo! Urology at UC Irvine. Woo!
Neurosurgeon Dr. Mireille Rahman, my daughter. I'm the mother of a neurosurgeon. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Turn around. Oh my God.
Ready? Leave the clinic! Okay, let's do it! Ohio, baby!
My name is Lexi Richards, and I matched orthopedic surgery at UCLA!
Hi, I'm Erin Hawsey, and I matched general surgery at University of South Dakota!
I'm Peyton Moore. I matched internal medicine at Vanderbilt University.
I'm Jason, and I matched into anesthesia at... Say it. Wake Forest.
Class of 2025, we've been through a lot together the past 4 years. We've, dealt, at the early stages of our medical career of the different COVID variants, changing of the curriculum. We've been through a lot, and I'm grateful to have done it with all of you guys because it's been a journey, and it's been a lot of fun.
I got you. I screwed up, and I'll do it again.
Hey, I was just supposed to be a medical student to learn the building layout. I messed it up.
Keep going, just do it again.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Lauren.
Heard you're heading off to residency soon. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, medical school can seem like such a mission impossible sometimes.
Oh, do I get that? You got this, Lauren. Anything is possible. Best of luck.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. We're coming to sidewalk.
see you. All right.
Please be seated if you haven't already. So the most problematic part of this is to figure out when to start talking while you still hear the bagpipes. I no longer hear the bagpipes. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Stuart Flynn. I'm the Dean of the Ann Burnett Marion School of Medicine. I am honored to represent our school, facilitating this symbolic hooding ceremony in this truly stunning Van Cliburn Concert Hall. On behalf of TCU and the School of Medicine, I want to extend a heartfelt welcome. I would like to start today's ceremony by introducing Lauren Holliday from the class of 2025, who will deliver the invocation.
Please bow your head in prayer. Dear God, as we gather here today to celebrate the culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice, we come before you with hearts overflowing with gratitude and joy. As we stand on the threshold of this new beginning, we pause to give thanks for the countless blessings you have bestowed upon us, blessings of knowledge, skill, and compassion. We pray that as we go forward into our future careers, we will remember you and the love that you have for the world. We are so grateful to everyone who has been alongside us on our journey to becoming physicians, our families, our close friends, and our mentors who have guided and supported us every step of the way. Thank you for giving us the faculty, staff, and students at the Burnett School of Medicine who have all given us a place to call home these last 4 years. Give us the wisdom to apply the knowledge we have acquired with humility and integrity. May the lessons learned within these walls serve as a foundation upon which we build lives of purpose and meaning, dedicated to the alleviation of suffering and the promotion of health. May we be guided by your grace in every decision we make, and may our hands be instruments of your healing touch. Bless our minds with knowledge, our hearts with compassion, and our spirits with resilience. May we always remember the sacred trust bestowed upon us to be physicians. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Lauren. It is my honor to welcome TCU's Chancellor, Victor Boschini, President Pullen, Provost Wormley, TCU Cabinet members and trustees, faculty, staff, and other distinguished guests, and as of later tonight, our graduates and newly minted MDs. Lastly, I want to specifically acknowledge family members and loved ones of our graduates. We at the school have a strong appreciation for how hard our students have worked, but we know they have been lifted by the unwavering support of you, the families and loved ones, over the last 4 years. I also want to thank all of our donors, including our founding donors who are listed in the program. We would not be able to continue our funding of scholarships and grow our school without their support. I also want to thank, and with immense pride, I want to acknowledge our naming donors. First, I want to thank the Family and Foundation for Mrs. Ann Burnett Marion, for whom our medical school will be forever named. And recognizing another naming gift, and the family for whom our new building, Arnold Hall, is named Greg and Ashley Arnold. Please allow me also to take a moment to share 2 quick observations. One is I want to thank Amy Estes and a cast of 100 who have spent several months making today this beautiful event that it is. So thank you, Amy and team. I also would be remiss if I didn't wish all mothers in the audience a happy Mother's Day weekend, full of fond memories and many reasons for celebration. So congratulations, moms. Today, each of our students will receive their hood, hence labeled the hooding ceremony. I do not want to have happen with our graduates how I dealt with the hooding ceremony. And the bottom line was, I had no idea what it was all about. So I went through the motion. So I want to share with the students, this process symbolizes the culmination of your medical school training and represents your transition from student to becoming a physician and a colleague. Students, there are 3 colors to your hood. One is the color for medicine, Kelly green. The other colors are for our university. Kelly green, white, and purple are beautiful together. So students, moving forward, when you wear your hood to another graduation and someone asks, where did you go to medical school? You are now forever a Horned Frog and a TCU graduate. And as a word of caution and a word of advice, very personal, learn the words and the dance steps to Riff Ram Bazoo. That's an inside joke, and I'm not going to look at the Chancellor because I don't think he finds this very funny. Learn from my mistake, be ready for it. Before I introduce our speakers, I want to very personally extend my sincerest congratulations to our class of 2025 as you formally enter the most noble profession, namely caring for others. Students, please allow me to share 2 last reflections with you as you begin your next phase of your life and your career. First, and a guiding principle for every single day moving forward, if you are willing to accept such. It is the adage, success is not something that is assured, but rather it is something that is earned. The second is from an accomplished and wise physician in our community, close friend, leader, Dr. Compton Broder. He shared that he was asked by a soon-to-be brand-new intern, which you will be in 1 month, how could she be her best? And Dr. Broder's advice was, On your first day in the hospital, introduce yourself to the head nurse and ask, how can I be successful? This is powerful advice and not necessarily what you would have expected. You're going to need lots of help for the rest of your career. So learn how to seek advice on day one of your residency training and then listen to it. I also want to acknowledge who have passionately done their best to train you, including staff and faculty at our medical school, many colleagues at TCU, our clinical partners, and our welcoming and nurturing community, all of whom have worked tirelessly to train you for your future. With pride, we will watch your careers blossom. Graduates, I implore you to never forget to say thank you to all who play a role in your career. You will be shocked at the impact and the value of those simple words. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Daniel Pullen, TCU's next Chancellor. I appreciate his leadership, his challenge to all of the schools at TCU to collaborate and innovate, and to always challenge us to get better. So, President Pullen.
Well, thank you, Dean Flynn. You know, they say that the third time is the charm. And here you sit, the very third class of the Burnett School of Medicine, waiting eagerly to receive your hoods and your diplomas a little later this evening. I'll see you again. And these mark the last steps of your medical journey. You've completed the nation's most innovative and patient-focused curriculum. You've demonstrated a deep sense and appreciation for the power of empathy as you exhibit compassion toward your patients. You're now the agents of change. You have the opportunity to strive for constant improvement in healthcare as you look into the future for solutions to today's and tomorrow's most vexing issues. You came to TCU with your own extraordinary qualities and lengthy resumes of achievements. But as you leave TCU's Burnett School of Medicine, you are now equipped with a distinctive set of skills that will prepare you for a lifetime of care. So I have three final thoughts as you take these next important steps. Dream big. Advances in medicine are occurring by the minute, and it's those that dream big with no boundaries and no limits that will change the world. And those are you, because you have the courage to take those risks and enthusiastically learn from mistakes. The second is to unleash your creativity. Through your scholarly pursuit and thesis project, you learn the answer to many complex questions, and that these answers aren't always clear at the beginning. It's only through failure, rethinking, coming up with new and possible solutions, and exploring very different ways of doing things that ultimately discovery is made. Finally, experience the raw joy of this moment. You know, sometimes we're in such a hurry to get to the next stage of life, or the next thing on your to-do list, or the next achievement you've been aspiring for, right, that we overlook where we are. So recognize the joy in this moment. Appreciate what lies ahead for you, but please take some time to appreciate the now and say thank you to all the people who helped you get here. The world is ready. The world is waiting. The world needs you. And rest assured, all of us here at Texas Christian University will be waiting here as you build careers in the context of life to cheer you on. Congratulations, graduates, and go Frogs.
Thank you very much, President Pullen. I'm now honored to introduce our Chancellor, Victor Boschini. After 22 years of transformational impact at TCU, Chancellor Boschini will soon become a working Chancellor Emeritus. And I will simply say thank you for all you have done for our school, and it has been an honor to work with and for you for the last 9 years. Chancellor Boschini.
Good afternoon to everyone, to the families. You must be so proud. To the graduates, you must be so happy and so tired. I just wanted to take a moment to reflect about when we started this school. It was 10 years ago when TCU first announced that we were going to do a medical school. And seeing all you here and what Dean Flynn and his faculty and staff have accomplished, this is more than we ever, at least I ever imagined we could do so quickly. So I want to thank you sincerely and all the people who work at the Burnett School of Medicine and make these students such amazing doctors. So thank you. I also am very proud that our medical school prioritizes the patient, not the doctor. That's a very innovative thing for medicine, especially compared to most doctors I've ever had. And I congratulate you for that. And I also congratulate you that you'll use new technologies and do new things that we don't even know exist today, but you'll learn how to do them along the way. And you'll learn because you've learned how to learn at the Burnett School of Medicine, so congratulations. I am not going to introduce the next speaker. The dean will do that formally, but I just have to take a liberty here and say something. You're in for a real treat that you get to hear Dr. J. Max Slaughter. I knew Dr. J. Max Slaughter when he was just a little nerdy TCU kid, and he was J. Mac at that time. Actually, he was never a nerd. He was always the cool kid, seriously. But what was neat about him is he was always nice to the nerds. He was a good kid and had a good heart. I really mean that. And I always thought of him as an actor and a musician because that's what he was. He was just like another pretty face. I'm like, he can't be smart. But then one day around his junior year, I was talking to one of his professors, and his professor said, "Oh, he's the smartest kid I ever had in class." I said, "Do you teach theater or what?" And it was actually his biology or chemistry teacher, I forget which one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's smart too, I love it. But J-Mac was also for a long time, for any of you who were TCU undergrads, he was the face of Texas Christian University's admissions department. He was the person who gave the tour, the virtual tour, whenever you went, I think. And we always joked because he was so good at it, I made them keep him on there till he was like 30. And people were saying, does that kid still go here? I'm like, oh no, he has 2 kids now, he's a doctor. So we finally had to take him off. But I just want to say to all of you, you're in for a treat. And if you all could be half the doctor that J. Max Slaughter is, you'll be a better doctor than any other doctor you know. But to all of you, I just want to say congratulations, God bless you to the class of 2025. And I have to leave because I'll see you in a few minutes at the next ceremony. God bless you.
Well, that is why he is the chancellor and I am a dean. He just introduced our next guest. And what can you say to that? I'm going to say a couple things. J-Mac, you are a little bit of a nerd, buddy. If you see the shirt he's wearing under his regalia, you would know what I'm talking about. The other thing, J-Mac, and don't get offended by this, but I am going to steal his introduction, and I'm going to have people introduce me with what I'm about to share with you. So I'm just going to fill in my name, and this is going to be my introduction every place I go. So you just heard what the chancellor said. He is a faculty member. Dr. Slaughter is a faculty member at our medical school as an emergency medicine physician and is a valued mentor of our students. I did not know your past, but now I've learned that from the chancellor. Very impressive. Prior to becoming a physician, he had a fascinating career as a musician, touring with Beyonce's former group, Destiny's Child, and opened for Jessica Simpson and Bon Jovi. Now you can see why I'm stealing this. He then became an actor and finally went to medical school. He subsequently founded a nonprofit called Music Meets Medicine, focused on music therapy. He's also become a social media influencer, advocating for his fellow healthcare workers and sharing the highs and the lows of being an emergency medicine physician in America. So please welcome Dr. Slaughter.
pressure at all. My name is Dr. J. Max Slaughter. I'm an emergency medicine physician in the area, and I went to a medical school in Dallas that shall not be named. But I wish that TCU Medical School, or rather Burnett School of Medicine at TCU, existed when I went through training. I'm just so inspired by how you guys have reimagined medical training. And I'm so incredibly honored to be speaking here today, especially because this is one of the most important days of your entire life. You guys have worked so hard, not for 4 years, not for 8 years, since you've been in diapers to get to this point right here. And I get to speak to you on your special day. It is a huge, huge honor. And honestly, I'm honored just to be in your presence. What you have already accomplished and what you guys are going to accomplish, very few humans on the entire planet have or will accomplish. It's incredible. In the US, only 0.3% of the population end up earning an MD or a DO. That's according to AAMC via ChatGPT. We all here respect you guys an incredible amount. And after today, when people find out that you're a doctor, you will instantly gain respect. And that's respect that you earned. Not only because of your incredibly hard work and your dedication, but people know emotionally what you have gone through already and what you will go through. And you will have earned that respect as well. There's one concept that I really want to be able to convey to you guys, and it's a lot easier for me to convey certain concepts through music. So I'm gonna grab my guitar and I'll be right back. When I was in medical school, I'm gonna put this thing in, okay? Nice. If I didn't say that, there would have been this really loud pop. So when I was in medical school, my attending physician during second year in our small groups, we met, once every couple weeks with just like 5 or 6 med students. And my attending physician told me that she had been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And she told us that she was gonna go through surgery and chemo and radiation, but unless she was admitted to the hospital, she wasn't gonna miss one of our small group sessions. And she stood to that promise. And the minute she told me about that, I started thinking about the nonprofit that I had started that, like we had done the paperwork and technically we were a nonprofit, but we really hadn't made the impact yet that I wanted to make. And it's okay for things to develop slowly, by the way. If you're thinking about creating things or growing things, there's no reason for it to just instantly become that thing that you dream of overnight. It can take years, as it did with mine. But I asked my attending if I could play music for her at her first chemo session, and she said yes. And so I showed up to that chemo session, and I started playing some of the songs that I had written, and I took some requests from her as well. And there was one request. It was a heavy metal song called Du Hast by Rammstein. It just didn't seem like it really fit the situation, but that's what she wanted me to play, so I did it. And then after that, she asked me if I knew any Colin Hay. I don't know if you guys know Colin Hay, but he's an awesome artist, acoustic singer-songwriter. And I did. I knew one song. The words were way too applicable to this situation. Listen to the words. And I didn't realize what the song was until I was already starting, and once you start, you can't stop, so. She's there with her husband of about 5 years, by the way. They had already had one child who was about 2 at the time that she got diagnosed. And so you can imagine there's some emotions there. I drink good coffee every morning. Comes from a place that's far away. And when I'm done, I feel like talking. without you here, there is less to say. Don't want you thinking I'm unhappy. What is closer to the truth? If I lived till I was 102, I just don't think I'll ever get over you. And at this point, I really understood the song that I was singing to this person who may be a potential widow in the future. But to my surprise, instead of being horrified by the song that I was singing, they were holding each other, and they were smiling, and they were kissing each other, and it was just this incredibly magical moment. And there was so much love in that moment. More love than I'd experienced in a long time. The last time I had experienced it was when my mother, we shaved her head for her chemo sessions. That's one of the things that inspired the nonprofit. But later on, I found there's a name for this. It's called Bittersweet. This author, Susan Cain, wrote a book about it called Bittersweet, and it's all about how the highest highs in life and the deepest loves can only be accessed through tragedy. And in that way, we are so fortunate that our patients are willing to share their hardest days with us on a regular basis when we go into work. And as that takes an emotional toll on you, and it will, you have two paths that you can go down. You can close off and you can start building walls, or you can just embrace it and you can be in the moment with them, and that's okay, you know? And one of the best ways to handle that, we've talked before about this, is to lean on the people that love you the most and that support you the most and that signed up for this, that are so proud of you. No longer moved to drink strong whiskey. I shook the hand of time, and I knew if I lived till I could no longer climb my stairs, I just don't think I'll ever get over you. And then my attending physician, who was so moved, she was moved to tears with her husband, reaches back. She knew about the nonprofit. I hadn't talked to her that much. And she pulled out a checkbook and she wrote the first big donation that we ever got for $5,000. And the nonprofit became a real thing. And then from there, we just grew and grew and grew until we raised over $500,000 for music therapy and children's hospitals. We made a jam room at Dallas Children's Hospital as well that the kids can experiment with. And I'm telling you this because despite the emotions that I'm experiencing right now, you know, reliving this time, I'm one of the happiest doctors I know. And I think you guys in this room, because of the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU, are equipped to also be some of the happiest doctors you know. But you gotta lean on these people in the room. You gotta remember your training, and you need to find the passions outside of medicine that feed you and nourish your soul to where when you walk in that hospital, you feel so excited and so privileged to be a doctor. Congratulations, guys.
going to use his introduction for me. Thank you very much. Now it's time to hear from the class of 2025. Our curriculum was created around the vision of inspiring empathetic scholars and compassionate physicians. We thought a perfect way to select the student who would represent their class today would be the student who receives significant support from classmates to be inducted to the Gold Humanism Society. Succinctly, the students in this society are recognized for their compassionate care, supporting the human connection in healthcare. I would like to invite Anna Claire Dewey-Kahn to represent her classmates in her message for her class. Claire?
Hello, everybody. I can't believe they made me go after Dr. Slaughter. That was really mean. Thank you guys so much for joining my class, the class of 2025, on our big day. Many of you have traveled across the country and even across the world to celebrate with us. And I would venture that you are here today because these people didn't think they'd make it this far without you. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your love and support, and God bless every one of you. As some of you know, I became a mommy last year to my precious little boy. He's right up there. He is truly my own heart living outside of my chest. Growing up, my mother spoke about a love that I couldn't possibly understand until I had a child of my own, and as mothers often are, she was right. Moms rarely get the recognition that they deserve, but that won't happen today. Class of 25 would like to take a moment to recognize all of the mothers and mother figures here. Would you please stand and allow us to honor you for the influence that you've had in our lives? A little fun fact about me, my husband Radu and I have 13 years of TCU education between the two of us. Choosing to remain here for my medical training was an easy decision, and clearly it was for 10 others in my class who will now also be two-time TCU graduates. As for the rest of our class, well, we all know that TCU is famously very affordable. In all seriousness, we chose TCU because we believe in its mission to transform healthcare by inspiring empathetic scholars. We believe in our faculty and leadership who pour their time, expertise, and intentionality into educating the next generation of physicians. Thank you. Thank you. We believe in our patients who often in the midst of their own suffering have generously allowed us to learn from them. They are and they always will be our greatest teachers. 4 years later, our eyes are wide open to the profound responsibility and privilege that we have to care for others. My classmates have already made incredible impacts in our community in Fort Worth in this short time. These remarkable people have helped secure nutrition and healthcare for Fort Worth's unhoused. They've provided education to protect our city's tiniest citizens, and they've advocated on the state and national level for numerous healthcare initiatives and reforms. If I were to mention every one of their accomplishments, we would not make it to commencement tonight. On a personal note, I want to thank my class. You created a culture of camaraderie and joy even in the face of relentless pressures and deadlines. 4 years is not a blank. We've had first dates, engagements, weddings, babies, pet adoptions who are also our babies. We've had podium presentations, sand volleyball championships, mission trips, and world travels. We have also endured breakups, failed tests, missed opportunities, and we've suffered painful goodbyes to loved ones as well. I will never stop praising God that I had you guys, I shouldn't have looked at him, for this part of the journey. Though we'll be spread coast to coast and everywhere in between, this absolutely will not be the last time that we get together. As you guys know, we're on a tight schedule, and I was given a timeline, so I'd like to leave you with this. On our first day of school, Dean Flynn asked our class to look to our left and look to our right, and he said, yeah, something like that. The class of 2025, it is the honor of my lifetime to request that you now look to your left, look to your right. The person next to you is a doctor. Thank you and congratulations, class of 25.
Thank you, Claire. Now is the moment you have all been waiting for, the hooding of the class of 2025. Our department chairs have the honor of placing the doctoral hood on each graduate. This is their third year of hooding, so we'll see if they have figured this process out. Graduates, please be patient. These are your chairs, after all. And lastly, please know we share with the students a link for all of the photos being taken today by our photography team. So I'd now like to welcome Dr. Joanna Luke, Senior Associate Dean of Academic Affairs for our school, to introduce each student and our chairs who will be doing the hooding. Dr. Luke.
Ooh, some tough acts to follow today. Thank you so much, Dean Flynn. I'm thrilled to be here and so grateful to share in the excitement of the day. I'm so proud of the class of 2025 and can't wait to see the great things that they will accomplish. And now let's get to some hooding. Our first group of students will be hooded by Dr. Angela Cantrell, Chair of the Department of Medical Education. All right, first up, Paul Acree. Isabella Amado. Alexander Antigua Maid. Jonathan Balcazar. Alexis Bolds. Griffin Bryant. Derek Sabrantes. Kevin Chow. Sana Chowdhury. Evan Chung. Carter Clatterbug. Shanice Cox. And our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Terry McCarthy. Sahar Darian. Anna Claire Deweycon. Sita Dunn. Jason Evans. Manal Fasih. Nicole Friedlich. Our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Rohan Jayaraja, Chair of the Department of Surgery. Alejandra Gutierrez. Aaron Housey. Lauren Holiday. Andrew James. Abrima Quinte. Sarai Cruson. The next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Mohana Krishnan Sathyamori, or as we call him, Dr. Mo, Chair of the Department of Internal Medicine. Chandana Kulkarni. Christian Lee. Hannah Christina Mock Heidemann. Madison McCracken. Syed Omid Mohammadi. Kendall Montgomery. Our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. David Capper, Chair of the Department of Clinical Sciences. Peyton Moore. Paul Murdoch. William Naworski. Jacob O'Connor. Sophia Olson. Peter Park. Our next group of students will be hooded by Dr. Grant Fowler, our Chair of the Department of Family Medicine. Maria Rahman. Uday Relabandi. Akash Ramanathan. Alexandra Richards. Brian Ritchie. Claudio Salinas. And our final group of students will be hooded by Dr. James Marshall, Chair for the Department of Pediatrics. Nama Server. Haley Schluterman. Anand Singh. Ethan Vieira. Samuel Wolde Johannes. And last but not least, Lindsay Zomal. It is now my great honor and privilege to present to you the graduating class of 2025.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. It's an exciting day for all our graduates, their friends and families, and all the faculty and staff who've worked so hard to get to this day in hooding of our third class of the Burnett School of Medicine at TCU. My name is Dr. Karen Restifo. I'm the Executive Dean. Before we send off our new physicians into the world, we have one more step. The tradition of the reciting of the Hippocratic Oath has changed in style and format throughout the years, but the meaning has remained the same. This signifies the students being welcomed into the profession and expresses the core values and promise to always act in the best interest of the patient and to protect patient privacy. Class of 2025, I invite you to stand with me now to recite the modern version of the Hippocratic Oath. We're going to say it together. By all that I hold highest, I with integrity, candor, personal commitment to their best interests, compassion, and absolute discretion, and confidentiality within the law. I shall do by my patients as I would be done by, shall obtain consultation whenever I or they desire, shall include them to the extent they wish in all important decisions, and shall minimize the suffering whenever a cure cannot be obtained, understanding that a dignified death is an important goal in everyone's life. I shall try to establish a friendly relationship with my patients and shall accept each one in a non-judgmental manner, appreciating the validity and worth of different value systems and according to each person a full measure of human dignity. I shall charge only for my professional services and shall not profit financially in any other way as a result of the advice and care I render to my patients. I shall provide advice and encouragement for my patients in their efforts to sustain their own health. I shall work with my profession to improve the quality of medical care and to improve the public health, but I shall not let any lesser public or professional consideration interfere with my primary commitment to provide the best and most appropriate care available to each of my patients. To the extent that I live by these precepts, I shall be a worthy physician. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Luke. Thank you, Dr. Restifo. In closing, I want to thank all of you for attending today's hooding ceremony and for all of your support over the years, culminating later tonight in the commencement ceremony of our third class and an opportunity to be hooded again and shake my hand again. That's priceless. To family and loved ones, I also send my heartfelt congratulations to you. Please take a moment to reflect, be proud, and know you have made a huge difference. And to our graduates, I wish you the best in your next stop as residents. We will follow your progress as empathetic and compassionate physicians with pride. To this end, I would like to share with you one last thought from a patient. She shared, "I always feel taken care of, heard, and respected at my appointments. Thank you for always being kind, always listening, and always encouraging. We have worked with you for 4 years to instill these values and qualities. Remember, everything, and I mean everything you do, matters. You are prepared for the challenge, and I'm hopeful that your future patients will be fortunate to have you as their physician. Again, thank you and congratulations, students. I look forward to seeing you in a couple of hours at your commencement ceremony. Now please rise as the students and faculty recess.